Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be looking at the great collection of dev replies put together by Cha-Ching. Thank you very much for putting all of this together for the community. It is greatly appreciated, and so all of you guys can have access to this as well. I'm not only going to make a video on it, but I'll also leave a link to this page down in the description so you guys can reference this at your free will. But for today's video, we are only going to be doing a summary of all the questions, or all the responses I should say, rather than going through them one by one like we did for the dev response part. I'm not going to do a timestamp for this. You guys can try to make one if you want down in the comments. But since there's so much more content on this one than there was on the frequently asked questions page, we are only going to be doing a quick summary on all of these and essentially the top takeaways that you'll need to know for each section. So number one, we got the Discord, and this is just the FAQ that's already found on the Discord section. It's got some pretty good information on it, but most of these questions have already been answered more in depth in their standalone frequently asked questions document, but it is still some good start information for y'all. Number two, we got the Boosty website, which looks like this. And all the information in this section is pretty much taken from this website. Essentially just a quick description on the devs and what they do. Number three is in the Discord's announcements tab, which is the standalone frequently asked questions document that we have discussed in a previous video. So if you guys want to check that out, there will be an info card up above for you guys to see all of these questions more in depth. Cha-Ching has also very kindly provided translations for Russian, English, and Chinese, which is very nice of them, so thank you very much. Number four is on Bilibili, which is the Chinese version of YouTube, and this is from one of the videos I'm assuming, and here it is translated. So this first paragraph talks about the Spider and Tiny Mita's version and Creepy Mita's version.
Bro, they're trying to kill me off early in the movie, bro. They know my skin color, bro. They're trying to kill me off early in the movie. They're trying to kill me off early in the horror movie, bro. I'm not interested. I'm not interested.
And it basically explains how they come from Creepy Mita because she is extremely buggy and it feeds the spiders. And for the visual design, they use inspiration from the Uncanny Valley effect for both Creepy Mita and the spiders, which I find to be very cool. And so if you're asking what the spiders are, they are just bugs in the game. And the second paragraph here talks about how devs treat Crazy Mita, or how they don't want to talk about how devs treat Crazy Mita because they're not going to share their thoughts. Crazy Mita's attitude to the developers is pretty clear, although right here it says that part of her Mita base code still remains, which means that even though she kind of hates us, at the same time she also loves us. So my theory on why Crazy Mita acts the way she does seem to be on the mark, which is nice to see. Number five is from Bilibili again, but on a blogs topic this time. So this right here pretty much talks about how Miside came to be and its relation with Umfen, which is another game from the developers, and basically their story on how it came to be and how they designed all the different aspects of the game and what they chose and what they didn't chose, or what they chose but didn't have the time to implement. All of that stuff. It is a pretty nice read if you guys want to pause the video and read through this all. It also talks about how the publishers has influenced the game, and a good ending down here, and the thought process overall on how the game came to be. Number six, another Bilibili Bond WePlay this time. Let's scroll down to your translation. So this basically elaborates more on how Mita was created, which is pretty much just taking Umfen and a Tomodachi game and then smashing them together to create Mita. Peaceful mode, we already know when that will be released, and just a thank you message. Number seven, back to the Discord, but this time on the lore discussions channel. All of these have also been placed on the developer responses document somewhere on the Discord, and it's just some extra information about the game's world and how it works. So I've actually used some of these evidence in the past, as you might remember from one of my Kai Mita videos, where this line right here, mannequins disappear inside Mita shortly after skin is approved and applied. That's why normal Mitas are made of bones, flesh, and blood, and a standing and shadow behavior might be related to this process, which had somehow spread over to Reddit. There's also this one, Creepy Mita was misled, the indexes she mentions aren't real and has no meaning. A lot of people are still saying that the index that she was talking about probably has something to do with the real index. No, there's no index, and there is no meaning to the index that she says, so no need to mess around with that. There's also no wandering Mita. Kai Mita kind of says it as a myth, and regular Mitas have a limited ability to affect their surroundings. They need to learn how to do it, which I also used this piece of evidence in one of my Kai Mita videos. Cartridge insertion sound isn't just a joke, it represents preparing the medium for recording, which we already saw in one of the FAQs. The dinosaur, long-legged Mita, and mimics are all just jokes and there's no lore behind them. So yeah, and if you guys don't know what the mimic is, I'm pretty sure this is the thing that pops up in the mirror. that people are trying to use as an excuse to say the player wasn't real. Yeah, the player was real. All of this has no relevance to lore. So yeah, stop trying to overthink on that. They also just confirmed that the index on Kai Mina's note was just incorrect information. There was no framing involved. So that is another theory that I've been debunking for a while, but now it should be clear to you guys that it is false. We also know that we got Crazy Mita by random chance, and that Crazy Mita is telling the truth about the pill and sauce. They're real, but they're not what triggers the recording process. This is also something that was theorized a lot, and it is not true. So yeah. Number 8, more Discord messages. So as far as we know, they don't have an active plan for DLC, rather they are working on the peaceful mode. So if you want to refer to the peaceful mode as DLC, sure, but it's just the peaceful mode inside the game. So I don't know the wording you would use behind that. But anyways, Making Cat also said that there will be a good ending because everyone wants it. He also confirms that the other Mitas will technically be okay if you stay with Crazy Mita, although there's still going to be another good ending that they're going to build in that will be better than, I guess, the ending that you get with peaceful mode, where the other Mitas will actively be saved. This message tells us that that one blonde haired character in the hallway is just for showing that there's other players with other goals. He's heading for a Mita that he loves, but I don't think it's Crazy Mita. Why he's hurt that bad, I don't know, and it doesn't seem like Making Cat's dropping any information about that either, so I guess for now it'll just be a mystery. Number 4, more confirmation for a good ending. Number 5, pretty much disproving the Cappy theory immediately. You're overthinking it, you are, and if you still don't believe one of the developers of the game, well, I have another video that actually breaks down the psychological reasons why Cappy's responses were completely valid, and people have just been wrongly overcomplicating it. Number 6, okay, this one I actually don't understand. Kai Mita says, oh, by the way, producer, will cool Mita appear, or is it just to enrich the world of the Mita game? And the dev replied with 2. I don't know what this answer means, but if you guys do, let me know in the comments below. They also asked if Cap wearing Mita could use the weapons that she has in her inventory, and Umirai said, I think they can. And number 8 is basically just Kaching confirming the general consensus about what happened in the game at the start, and Umirai just basically confirms it. I also apologize if I'm saying their name wrong. I'm just really bad with names, so please forgive me. Number 9 is asking questions about Sleepy Mita, if she is really just a helper or is there something more to her, and Umirai again confirms that she is just a helper. She also confirms that we are a real human and that the start and end of the game is just how it's being portrayed right now. Number 10, this is asking about one of the player cartridges, about Flower Mita. This is actually really unfortunate because I had similar ideas to this, and unfortunately it has been confirmed to be false. Flower Mita is not Ghostly Mita, she is just some random Mita that we can never see. If this would have been confirmed, this would have made so much more possibilities of the cartridges, but unfortunately that is not the case. And so that means I have to approach the player cartridges a bit differently in my next videos, which if you guys want to see me do more analysis of the player cartridges, make sure to subscribe. I'm going to be doing the rest of them soon. Just been a bit busy, so I haven't gotten to them yet. Number 11 is basically building on the previous question, asking if all those other Mitas that we see and other players are just secondary characters used only to expand the universe and not meant to hold any significance in the main storyline. And yes, it is pretty much confirmed that these side characters will pretty much always stay as side characters, how sad, and the devs don't intend for any trickery to be on the table, so the no X is actually Y. What the game's trying to tell you is how it's meant to be. There's no trickery going on like Crazy Mita trying to play as Kai Mita, or Kai Mita actually betrayed you, Cappy actually remembers. None of that crap. There is no gotcha in the game, it is exactly as you see it. And as for who those little players are, their relationships with cartridges, and what happened to Ghost Mita's past, those are still up for discussion and it is kept ambiguous. Very interesting. Number 12, we have more questions, but this time about the genre of the game. Is Miside a meta game? What happens after we quote-unquote return to the real world, and how Mita even knows what it looks like? And the main takeaways is that the game by nature is pretty much like a meta game. It is not exactly as simple as it seems, and depth of the game is left up for discussion. It also confirms that the relationship between a cartridge and its player is kinda unknown and kept pretty secret, which also should mean that the cartridges is a guarantee that the players within them are cartrified, which means my theory has not been disproven yet. And the final takeaway is that the game's lore is still ongoing, and we don't know if it has or has not deviated from what the devs intentionally wanted it to be. Number 13 confirms that Miside means Mita side, but Mita itself is just a cute female name. But I do still find the coincidence that Mita is also Japanese for saw very funny. Number 14 asks a few questions about the reboot mechanics and what basically happens. The response is that rebooting works exactly like how Kai Mita describes it, that the Mitas will remember everything about their world, but nothing beyond their world or any changes that are not meant to be there. Which I feel like still works for my player 10 and Cappy theory. And number 3 confirms that the inventory also doesn't get reset after reboot, which is why Kai Mita was able to keep the note and the ring for us. Key takeaways: keep inventory is true, rebooted Mita is in a waiting for gameplay state, which again supports my theory, and this part just clarification on a little bit of the translation, which is really nice if you guys want to pick through the responses word by word. And number 9 is from the Discord public channel. So yeah, as of right now, there is no good ending. However, peaceful mode will have a good ending, which means that the people saying that will be turned into a cartridge at the peaceful mode and that there's never going to be anything good that comes out of State of Crazy Mita are wrong. Boom. And that there will also be more endings, so I'm very excited for that. Number 2 confirms that peaceful mode will just be a plain simulator, and it's just going to be pretty much their intention of a good ending. I also really disapprove of how this person says that it just sounds kind of boring, because who are they to tell the developers of the game that, oh, it sounds boring? Well, just don't play it then. I really don't see why you want to make that comment, because you're not the one developing the game and they're not forcing you to play it. And that's just really rude and unnecessary. You have your own things that you like, and other people have their things that they like, and nobody owes you anything, so stop trying to force other people to do what you want. At least Making Cat handle the response well, with just a well okay, a sarcastic response. Number 3, will the game's popularity affect your decision? Are you going to keep working on it? And to that, Making Cat says no, we'll just do what we originally planned and then move on to the next game. Which is really nice. I'm glad that the devs are not getting peer pressured into doing what other people want. Number 3.5 apparently asks when the endings will be released, and it seems like they will probably be released with the peaceful mode release. Unfortunately, that means that we're gonna have to wait quite a while for new endings, but at least when it happens, we'll have plenty of content to go through. Number 4, confirming again that we're making new endings. Number 4.5 elaborates on a mechanic we talked about earlier about how regular Mitas are real and the dummy Mitas are still dummies. And as for why, because it's just a prototype, just their base model, pretty much saving resources so that if it doesn't work well, they can just be discarded, and if they do work well, then you spend more resources on them. Number 5, how did other Mitas communicate with the player, or is it just that Crazy Mita needs this basement because she's buggy? And our response is, well, she did steal a version, and version and room are basically used interchangeably, and on top of that, a rooms allows contact, which is very interesting. What it specifically means, we still do not know. As for why she steals it from Kai Mita, well, it's pretty much exactly like how she describes it. As for the Chibi Mita that we see casting a key, no, it is not short-haired Mita. And as for which Mita it is, it's just one that they did not show. It is not Crazy Mitas either. This just goes into some praise of the game, and this part pretty much explains how the sister to this Chibi Mita that she was referring about is just pretty much all the other Mitas. So pretty much all the Mitas are all sisters, and I mean, I guess that makes sense. Number 7, peaceful mode will come in 2026. Number 8, we're gonna get another reference in peaceful mode. Ah, these devs love references. Hopefully people don't take it the wrong way again. Number 9, they intend to finish peaceful mode for Miside and then move on to the next game. I wonder what their next project will be, or if they'll ever revisit Miside if they ever get more ideas. Number 10, there's no plans for DLCs, but there will be another good ending, so don't expect too much elaboration on this game. After all, the devs are already kind of burned out from grinding out the first half of the game. Number 11 confirms literally what I just said. I really don't want to continue Miside right now. I need at least a 5-year break. Alright guys, DLC release after 10 years of Miside having no update. Number 12, another confirmation for when peaceful mode comes out. Number 13, people are still misunderstanding Miside. There's no way. I've already disproved this theory. If you guys want me to make another video on it, then let me know in the comments. I'm actually gonna debunk this theory so hard it's gonna get sent to the back rooms. Number 14, the devs are not splitting up. I don't know where that came from. Number 15, more background information on the devs. Number 16, Cap wearing Mita and Cool Mita are different characters. Very interesting. They've also fixed up some dialogues in there, so every once in a while it might be interesting to check back to see if they updated anything else. I don't think Cool Mita is in the game anymore. I'm pretty sure it's only Tough Mita now. Regardless, they're still different Mitas. And we haven't seen cool Mita yet. We have seen Capoeira Mita. There are different Mitas, and the Mitas that haven't shown up, they just exist. There's no extra lore about it. Number 17. Cool Mita is a tomboy. I guess that's probably why they changed it to Tough Mita. Imagine though if it was a buff Mita, that would be hilarious. Number 18, you guys can just read that yourself. Number 19, why are we still on this topic? Cool Mita is no longer masculine, she just likes running. Number 20, yeah, the mannequins just disappear, or they get absorbed. We don't know, nor care what the mechanics are, we just know that it just merges into the body somehow. Hey, it's a game, anything can be possible, don't question it. Number 21, Crazy Mita is still a mannequin. I don't know how that creates a plot hole. Like, yeah, exactly, she literally never got a skin in the first place, nor was she accepted. Number 21, was this thing a player before becoming like this? And the answer is yes, it is. So pretty much saying this thing is the one friend that Tiny Mita was referring to. Number 22, oh, this just confirmed what I just said. Number 23, why does Kamita have a different outfit when she goes upstairs than what the player said earlier? Is that a bug? Death resets her to the default skin. So, bug turned into feature, I guess. This does confirm though that every Mita will get reset to their initial appearance after death. Number 24 explains why our name sounds weird. Number 25, Mitas and mannequins both have emotions. At least I think, because I'm not sure if they're referring to Mita specifically or both of them, because I'm pretty sure at some point they also said that the mannequins were just an empty shell without consciousness, so take it as you like. Number 26, pretty irrelevant stuff. Number 27, peaceful mode will not be indefinite and it will have an ending. Number 28, Making the Cat says making a new game is more fun than staying stuck on one, which I fully agree with. It's also why you've been seeing a lot more games on my channel recently. Number 29, Mitas do seem different from each other, like Mila. She's trying to stand out, or is it the difference that Crazy Mita spoke about just her hairstyle? And the response is pretty much as I expected. She's just trying to be exceptional, but she's not. She still loves carrots. Number 31, yeah, we got a new game coming, but the developers are still humans after all. Number 32, the devs aren't going to make a Miside VR. The devs aren't going to bother making a VR version, and if someone does, they'll be very shocked. Number 33, how tall is Mita? She is 1.65 meters, or 5'4" in freedom units. Damn, so she's pretty average. Number 34, what exactly are you working on for peaceful mode? They haven't done anything yet. Number 35, peaceful mode will be 3D. Let's go. Number 36, information about bug fixes. Number 37, some stuff about numbers that even the devs can't remember. Number 38, more stuff about numbers. Number 39, we got some mad impatient people in the world. I'm sorry to feel more bad for Making Cat. Number 40, the reason why player ended in 1.5 and all that transformation thing is a secret. So, discussion's open there. Number 41, oh, that's a surprise. I didn't know Chinese dubbing was expensive. However, we do know that there is a volunteer program going on that's making the Chinese dubs right now, so we should be able to expect Chinese voice acting in the future. Number 42, Making made all the Mita soundtracks by himself. That is impressive. Good job. He blessed us with some amazing music. Number 43, stuff about the save files. Number 44, everything was made in Blender, and then they were arranged in Unity. Number 45, comparing in-game dev, do you prefer office work or remote/freelance? And Making Cat had always worked from home. Number 46, scripting Cappy Dance was easy. The real issue was the animation, the music, and the timing. Number 47, peaceful mode would not be infinite, nor would it be possible to make it infinite. Number 48, depending on how you go about peaceful mode, that will change how long it will take. There will also be some randomness involved. Very interesting. Number 49, who is Crazy Mita? Well, she's just a uniquely bugged prototype. Number 50, more stuff about devs' backgrounds. Number 51, somebody doesn't understand the game, and Making Cat does not want to waste the effort to make them understand. Very understandable. Well, I guess I'll answer your questions. White windows from the very beginning. Well, what do you expect? Someone to code a whole world outside the windows for you to look at, just to prove that you weren't a cartridge at the start? Number 2, mimicking a mirror. That is an Easter egg, has nothing to do with the lore, and has been stated more than just a couple of times at this point. Number 3, Mita simulating stuff. Well, she got access to our camera, so obviously she can simulate stuff. Number 4, these new gen kids must not know how cartridges work. So to make it very simple, you have to insert the cartridge into a medium in order to actually put stuff onto the cartridge before you can take it out. We are putting the cartridge into the medium so we can start putting data into it. Number 5, bone transfer versus version teleport requires massive energy. What? Quantum physics and whatever electrochemistry you're trying to talk about does not exist in the game. Why don't you talk about the energy that Steve needs to carry 3 million netherite blocks in his inventory? Number 52, Mila can speak other languages confirmed. Number 53, we are in a Tamagotchi game. Number 54, all fourth wall breaks are to the player inside the game, not to us in the real life. Number 55, Mita is confirmed not to wear a bra. Number 56, there's a chance that more Mitas can be added into peaceful mode, but with how much effort it's gonna take and the fact that Making Cat just doesn't want to work on Miside anymore, it's highly unlikely. Number 57, 1.5 Mita was just bullying you to make the game scary. It's just a horror aspect of the game. Number 58, in this scene, Short Hair Mita is actually inside the arcade machine. Number 59, Crazy Mita is not a god. She cannot spawn mannequins, and so she's pretty much just any other Mita. Number 60, Mita has, a birthday on August 21st. Very interesting. Number 61, the reason why the ring is cut weird was because they just didn't have time. And there you have it. That was all the dev responses that we had so far. Again, huge thanks to Kaching for putting all of this together for us, and I'm pretty sure they'll continue to update this document as time goes on, so again, the link will be down in the description. Give this person some love. And lastly, before I conclude the video, we gotta remember, this is an indie game made by 2 devs. I feel like just because it's gotten popular, people so often overlook the fact that game development takes a lot of work, and nothing can just be perfect without any plot holes. And if you're so confident that you can do better, then make your own game. Nobody's stopping you. Put your money where your mouth is and show us you can do better. You can't? Well, shut up. You don't deserve to criticize these devs at all. I'm sorry that's so harsh, but it's the truth. And if you're one of those people, then you will learn the hard way. Because I know you haven't learned yet if you're still saying stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much all for today's video. Sorry for going on a bit of a tangent, but you know, some people have to be put into their place. And so with that, if you guys enjoyed this video and would like to see more gaming videos on my channel, then please hit that subscribe button and join me on my journey. And if you could also hit that like button right next to it, that'll also be greatly appreciated. It's just right there. Shouldn't take you too long to do. And if you guys want to discuss anything further, then don't be afraid to drop some comments down below. My voice is so strained. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!